Cool.
That was the most pointless thing.
So yeah, I know, but I didn't know what to
pointless.
say. I was like, I just wanted to say something beforehand. Anyway. Do you think we've got something for the start now? You know?
Yeah.
See?
Doesn't make us look awkward as fuck.
No, of course not.
Definitely.
Everything's natural, you know. It just comes natural to us. Yeah.
That was the least natural thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly that. Anyway. Hello and welcome to the Gold Show. This is episode number 3, and as there was no Premier League games last week, we've got to do international. So we're talking England. Yeah. A bit. Well, I mean, we won, so that's a start. Won 2 matches.
Both by 2 goals.
Yeah.
Could have been more.
Could have
been much more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Get onto that in a bit though. But
So it almost seemed poetic, both games.
Yeah.
Because you got the Irish guys scoring against Ireland, and then you got 100 caps at Kane scoring 2 goals.
Yeah. And then Madueke's first
And Noni
assist.
Noni debut gets an assist.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Trent looks ridiculous.
Well, yeah, that's why you play him in his position, and then he does well.
That's a good point.
mean,
To be fair, I would point out as well the Finnish goalkeeper was ridiculous.
Really
I'll be
game.
honest with you.
Yeah.
He had a great game.
He was, I mean, that double save was Gordon, and then also say the bicycle kick from Kane.
Yeah.
Like,
That was ridiculous.
did they have a shot on target?
The first half they didn't have a shot full
Yeah.
stop.
No, they did have a shot first half, but it went wide.
Yeah, no, I think they had, I want to say one on target all game. I'll have a look. Let's see.
But like, say Finland, you'd say on the same level as the teams we played in the Euros, like Slovakia, Slovenia.
I'd say they're a bit worse than
bit
that.
worse, but like
yeah.
that you'd put them in a similar bracket.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
And I mean Ireland are crap anyway, but
I mean England the first half just didn't they created a lot, but just realistically should have been.
Why did Declan Rice not celebrate? I want to see a celebration.
Yeah,
out
so
of him there. I want.
Oh my
you
lord!
know, I know he's got family, but like, go and celebrate.
like Jack Grealish.
Yeah, exactly. You know, go in front of the fans and just celebrate. Like, I don't understand.
Oh yeah, do you want the
These
stats?
stats are ridiculous, by the
Is this
way.
for the Finland game?
Yeah, so England 22 shots, 8 on target. Finland 2, none on target. England had 79% possession to Finland's 21. England with 799 passes.
799 passes.
Finland had 216.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Pickford might as well have gone home.
Is that not the
8 corners to 2. That's ridiculous.
Is that probably the most dominant England performance in a long time?
Yeah, with 91%
Definitely,
pass
yeah.
accuracy.
There's no way under Southgate, even against like San Marino, we ever were that dominant.
No, well here we
No,
go. So
no,
we've
no,
got 799 passes and 731 accurate. That's pretty
good.
That's good. They
Not
had
bad.
216 to 153. That's not great.
Damn.
Yeah. No, it's just nice seeing England actually play good football.
Yeah, not defensive.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Yeah, I mean, as much as Southgate, you know, obviously got to 2 finals and was incredible in that aspect, the football was boring, to put it bluntly.
Trust me.
The football was boring. Going from watching Klopp to watching Southgate was insane. The two differences. Like, I get so excited to watch a Liverpool game, and then when it came to England, I was like, yeah.
Is it worth it? It was fun for an outsider's point of view, trust me.
Yeah, I can imagine it was. I bet it was amazing
The
watching
only game I
England.
didn't like was the England-Netherlands game. That was, that's questionable.
Oh, my girlfriend.
That scared me. No, yeah, the England-Netherlands game was one of those ones where England just did nothing all game, and yet still managed to win.
Yeah.
It was a very frustrating one, but I think England looked good over the last 2 games at least.
Yeah.
I think, same as you were saying, it's just progressive football.
Yeah, that's what you
A
want.
lot of the time you get football that's just going backwards, just kind of doing the same thing, and it's like actually just having some creativity, having Noni come on and being creative just lets other players shine as well.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that's the annoying thing with England. You know you've got the creativity, you see it in the Premier League. Comes to England, look at in the Euros, that game against Denmark, where the average position was behind the halfway line.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you go 1-0 up and then play the rest of the half in your own the rest of the game in your own half defending?
Yeah,
What's the point? If you're a better team, you've got better quality, you've got to use that and vitalise it. That's the
definitely.
issue.
100%. Who do you guys think probably shocked you in these last 2 games in terms of, I mean, playing for one, and there's a few players that we were surprised they even got in the squad let alone played. And then, who do you think's also cemented themselves as they should be starting? I think there's an obvious one for that, but
Yeah.
I'll let you start, Lloyd.
Right, Jack Grealish in the 10. I think he's been unbelievable. He looks really, really good in the centre, and he's just able to do whatever he wants. He's got that sort of freedom for it, and yeah, I just think that, of course, him being at City, out on the left, he never takes people on at Manchester City. He always passes it back. He gets to a certain point, and then he goes, "Oh, I'll just pass it back to the centre back," or something like that. He wants to take people on. He wants to create chances in the England team, and I think that's a good thing under Lee Carsley, that he's given these other players opportunities to just express themselves. I mean, yeah, Trent cemented himself. Simple as that. I think
it is Trent.
I'd be very surprised if come the next international break he's been dropped or something like that, because he got man of the match twice in both the games. I think it was.
He was ridiculous.
Yeah, he's an absolutely unbelievable creative outlet. So to have him playing in the position where he should be playing, I mean, that was the first time I think in 4 years for England he played at right back.
Really?
Yeah.
In a competitive game. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's just a joke. Honestly,
already.
Absolute
The fact that we
joke.
took him to the Euros as a centre midfielder, and then just didn't actually vitalise him there.
Yeah.
It just kind of says it all.
What I think's really interesting is, I think playing the likes of Gordon and at left wing and playing Trent at right back, as much as they are technically perfectly furthest apart, it actually helps the team so much more.
I think the cross ball from
and also
Trent
you've
to him is
got someone who wants to run in behind as well.
Yeah.
That stretches their defence.
I think that's one player I was going to pick out was Rico Lewis.
Yes, yeah.
Especially at left back, given that he's a right back or can play CDM for Man City sometimes. Cutting in from that left, I think he works with Gordon, because when Gordon goes out wide, he'll cut in. With Gordon cuts in, he'll kind of fill in that role. I think he was incredible.
Yeah,
it was good.
I didn't see the Ireland game, but against Finland, he ran the defence wild. You know what I mean?
It worked in the Ireland game because they had Levi Colwell, and what they did was they basically shifted into a back 3 with Trent stepping into the midfield.
Yeah.
Like, this is all Pep ball as well.
Yeah.
This is
100%.
ridiculous.
This is
100%.
definitely coming from Pep. But no, I think Rico Lewis, definitely. How old is he? I want to say he's 19.
Yeah, he's
20.
not very old.
But I want to say he's definitely one of England's brightest kind of young players at the moment.
He does definitely get slept on.
Yeah.
100%. But I do think on the Grealish thing though, he's as much as he is good he's 19.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
As much as he is good in that 10, and he did shine. When you've got Bellingham, Foden back,
Well, this is
and Palmer,
yeah.
Bellingham, Foden, and Palmer, who all three are probably the best 10,
even Madison,
top 3 10s in the world. Right
even
now.
Madison, Madison to play.
Yeah, he didn't
not
even
Madison.
did not even get in the squad, did he?
No, exactly.
James Madison.
But it's just another name. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
England have a lot of attacking quality.
Well,
Just names in general. There's just a lot of them.
I do think that Palmer, Foden, and Bellingham are leagued above Madison, personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think it's just another name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah,
I think the other one was Oni when he came on. Looked very good.
Yes.
And
Full of confidence.
at the start of this season is just a completely different player from what we saw last season. Completely different, different quality.
Yeah, I know. I'm quite excited.
can imagine.
Honestly, he could 100% cement his place in the England squad. I don't know if he'd start over the likes of Saka from how much Saka's played.
Yeah.
But he's definitely another option in terms of if Saka's being kind of kept quiet. He's someone that just is not afraid to just run at players.
Yeah.
You see, that's how he got the assist yesterday, running into space. That Saka likes to occupy being out wide. The fact that Noni can come in and occupy space in the box. Defenders don't, you don't want to touch someone in that position.
No.
And if you do, you get a penalty. If not, you get an assist. So it's a great start for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a good headache to have, especially because you would say Saka and Noni are similar in how they play. You wouldn't say they're the same. I don't think they're quite.
I think they're quite different.
That's what I'm saying, but both, you'd say left-footed right wingers who do like to cut inside and shoot.
Yeah, one
I
just
think-
likes to stay wider. And
Yeah, I
everyone's
think
happy
Noni
to really use it.
prefers wider.
Yeah.
Saka prefers to come in,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
almost, but this is almost where I want to move on to is, Kane played as a 9.
Yeah.
Kane actually played as a 9.
Oh, brilliant.
I know, it's like
Yeah.
Kane played as a 9 and scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
With wingers actually playing as wingers.
And created constant chances
Yes.
as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
It's like it's almost
Kind of
like
said it all. So
Yeah, it's
why
like-
we've got him dropping deep. Yes, he's good at dropping deep.
That's what makes me think
But-
that like that was a Southgate thing.
It was a Southgate
thing. No, it was.
Him saying to drop deep. I mean, what is the point in that? That's just so
It's the freedom.
stupid. Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Like it almost makes me think at times Southgate just thought, oh, you know what? Go out there, lads. Just play whatever you think's best, and then we'll go
Yeah.
from there.
Yeah.
Like there's no tactics to it. It's
This
just
is what I'm
defensive.
saying, because when Kane was at Tottenham, now he's at Bayern, you don't see him dropping that deep as he
Yeah.
did for England. Yes, he drops deep a bit,
Yeah.
but when you've got players, for example at Tottenham, like Son, who will run onto it and are clinical, that's fine. But when you're playing in an England team where it just works better, everyone stays in their position,
Yeah.
the point that England creates so much, and then there's nobody there to finish it because
Yeah.
Kane's
Oh my
near the
God.
halfway line. Look how many chances in
Yeah.
the Euros.
Very
You could count
frustrating.
so many where
Literally
there's just
I was
chance
about to
after
say that.
chance. It's
because
ridiculous.
There'll be no
Like-
one in the box.
yeah, like the amount of times we'd make it to the byline and someone would look to put the cross in or put a cross in, and Kane's like 5 yards behind where he should be.
He's on the edge of the box.
Whereas in the last 2 games, he's where he should be,
Yeah.
making chances, creating chaos. It's about creating chaos. As a number 9 like that, you need to create chaos,
Yeah.
and then it frees up space.
You see
for
how
those attacking players.
Havertz does it.
Yeah,
Havertz balls in the box.
He's not the
there.
best.
Yeah.
He's not the best attacker, but he creates chaos.
Yeah. I think it's the same with Giroud.
Yeah.
Where you get these kind of strikers where once they're in the box, you know they're clinical.
Yeah,
So just get the ball to them.
yeah. It creates,
and they will
creates
score.
that kind of like threat. It feels weird to say this because Eastbourne are in the National South, but
No, fair.
but Alfie Pavey up top, he's come in clutch 3 times now, twice.
Yeah.
1-0 wins, 2-1 wins.
Yeah.
He's not the fastest attacker. He's not the super creative type, but he scores a header in the box when we need it most, in like in the 60th minute, and then we hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's what I think Kane needs. Obviously, he doesn't need to do that for England because they're miles better, and Mars should be miles better than most teams. But just be in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I was going to come on to is the next 2 games. You've got Greece here at Wembley
Yeah.
and then Finland again away. Would you, for either of you, would you guys like to see kind of more kind of experimentation
Yeah.
with the team? Or do you think trying to find a kind of specific team that can play each game? Because for me, I like the rotation. I like
Yeah.
seeing players
Yeah.
like Angel Gomez.
I was literally about to
I
bring him
think
up.
he did well
I really
coming
liked
in.
him.
Yeah, he's really good.
I really liked
That
him.
midfield position fits him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was an attacking midfielder, plays
It
well as
helps
a
with, he's
defensive.
very similar to Mainu, so he helps with that kind of rotation that we can have
Yeah,
as well.
him alongside Rice
Yeah.
just kind of seemed to fit in.
Those two, like, and he's done what Southgate did the opposite of. Southgate would play Mainu or the other midfielder further up,
Yeah,
and Declan in the 6. He's playing Mainu and Angel Gomez in the 6, and Declan's pushing up.
Yeah.
but Declan, you can see Arsenal pushes up.
Yeah, I think he plays with Partey behind him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not a DM.
No.
I think we've said that even from when he was at West
Ham.
Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah, whereas yeah,
Because
I
at
think-
West Ham he'd drive like 50
Yeah.
yards up the
No,
pitch.
I think
Yeah.
I think Gomez was brilliant.
Yeah.
But what would you see? You'd like to see more rotation?
Yeah, 100%. I want to see more rotation in the team. I think it's good that we've got these sort of games against teams who aren't necessarily like that great. So it gives the opportunity to just see who can take their chance. And yeah, Angel Gomez is brilliant at keeping the ball. This season, Kobe Mainoo's got dispossessed 10 times in 3 games.
Yeah.
Angel Gomez last season in the French League got dispossessed 16 times the whole year.
That's
so-
crazy.
So he's incredible at keeping the ball. He rarely ever loses it.
Yeah.
And he's so comfortable with the ball at his feet and in pressurised situations, which I think the way football is going, you need to be able to do that in the midfield. You're going to
Yeah.
have to take a few risks to get some rewards. And you even see it this season with
I
Gravenberch
was
at
literally
Liverpool.
thought you were going to bring him up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the moment he's just he drops in deep, collects the ball, he takes a risk or two, and it pays off. And then Liverpool burst forward. But I just think that's what England need to do a little bit more of. Take more risks. And Lee Carsley, he's already better than Southgate 2 games in terms of the style of football anyway.
It's the style of football is definitely the change.
What did you think about Gibbs White when he came on against Ireland?
He didn't do too much, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I think it's good giving him a chance.
I feel
I think Lee Carsley will give a lot of players a chance.
Yeah, even we've got Livramento here. I can see but
I think he's going to struggle to get in, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's because he can play left back.
Yeah.
But when you have got, but he still will be behind Colwill and Rico Lewis.
But
even Gay can play there.
In Gay, there's options.
Yeah.
How good's Gay?
He's incredible.
How good is Gay? And the fact that he's at Crystal Palace and came to the Chelsea Academy, it burns me. But
how did he not leave this summer? That's what I want to know. Like, realistically,
no one will pay the fee.
Steve Parish.
How much
was
did they want?
They wanted 75, I think it was in the end in total.
Yeah.
I don't see that as too
Newcastle tried to bid, I think it was 65 million plus 5 in add-ons, and they turned it down.
Yeah.
Because he's the club captain, so they want to keep him as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
He is a decent player. I mean, do I think he is worth 75 million? I'm not sure. But
realistically, I can't.
He is a good player. He is a good player. You've seen it. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure I would want to pay that money to have him at Liverpool, but Newcastle desperately needed a centre back because their window was horrendous anyway.
One of the worst.
Yeah,
I would say probably
shocking.
the worst.
Shocking. The fact that they left it all till the last minute, pretty much trying to bid for Elanga. 50 million for Anthony Elanga. I mean, what is going on?
It just shows how desperate they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the whole summer to do something.
Do you think it might have been to do with the change up top?
Potentially.
Yeah. Obviously, their kind of whole kind of not ownership, was it? It was just
it was like management.
I can't remember her name.
It's just a team with a lot of money that just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. They have the money to spend, but they just don't know what to do with.
I mean, they have.
money.
Don't get what that's wrong. They have improved.
Yeah.
A lot. Like, they when they got taken over, they were relegation battle, and now they are pushing for top 4.
Yeah.
So you can't really say that they're not improved. I think. But and initially, when they first came in, I always thought that their strategy was actually really good. They're not spending too big. They're bringing in the right kind of people. And then the last 2 seasons, I'd say after the Isak signing.
Yeah.
They haven't really.
No, they've not made a massive
boosted the squad.
Changes.
Yeah, well, they had Tonali, and then Tonali was out.
Well,
for,
I mean that's
10 months. He's just come back. You see, him Fritley was good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Great, but realistically, I think the issue with the Premier League, I think the one team I'd say you can't say the same for Liverpool, but I think if you don't continue to strengthen your squad, if you've got a squad, that strong,
got to strengthen.
Yeah, but for a team like Newcastle, in that kind of turnover, when you're kind of filtering out players that realistically aren't gonna push you on, you've got to spend money. That's the only way you can do it. Otherwise, there's going to be a massive gap.
I mean, they still have Murphy playing on the right wing.
They've still got Willock in midfield.
Yeah, some of the players you look at and you think,
realistically,
damn it, if you're going to want to push on further and be a Champions League team again, you need to sign a right winger. Almiron and Murphy are not gonna get those goals for you unless if Almiron goes on a spree like he did for a month and a half, where he was scoring every week.
Yeah.
But apart from that, definitely not. But internationals went interesting for certain teams. Lots of injuries. Anyway, I just saw this morning Harvey Elliott's out till late October with a fractured foot, so that's not ideal. Nathan Ake got injured as well, didn't he?
Ake,
Odegaard,
Calafiora.
Yeah, that Arsenal's
team
been wrecked by this international break.
Yeah, it's been a bit bad. But I think one thing I was going to point out was, I think international, looking at it, is interesting because you look at, for England, for example, look how many players in the England squad come from just top teams.
Yeah.
I think that's how you can kind of see the quality of the rest of the Premier League. When you've got a team like Crystal Palace who are getting 2 or 3 players into the England team, they're quality players.
Yeah.
You look at a team like Newcastle, you would expect them to have a couple at least of players pushing into that team.
Yeah.
And they're not.
No.
And I think the issue big teams have is that you've got such good players, they're all going to go on international duty because they're the best players.
Yeah.
You're going to risk them getting injured. There's nothing you can really do about it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with the scheduling as well, which is just
Questionable, to say the
insane.
least.
Yeah, I mean,
The
look-
European format's ridiculous.
yeah, and I mean, even still, like, you know, they've got the Club World Cup next year, isn't it? Where they're FIFA are rebranding it, and it's now 32-team
It's
competition.
literally a World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it does make you think, are Manchester City just going to say, like, teams like that just going to go, oh, you know what, we'll play these certain players,
Yeah.
and then we'll give these guys a month off during the Club World Cup, and then when the season starts, whoever played in the Club World Cup, we'll just give them a month off as well.
Yeah,
Because
we
it's
see it in Brazil.
I think Chelsea might do that.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
why we've got such a big squad, because we know we're in the Club World Cup.
Yeah,
Like, they probably are planning for that.
most likely.
Like Chelsea aren't exactly a team that don't want to win
I mean,
everything
it's
they're
just
in.
Afro vibes at the moment, let's be
Yeah,
honest. I think in Brazil
no needs the ringleader.
you see it in Brazil though, because we have the state championships, and normally
Yeah.
you just play a reserve team or a second team, and you can see that in Brazil we have massive squads. You've got a reserve team with a bunch of like players that will never play for your first team, but you just play them because you have so many games to get through.
yeah,
And I think the issue with the new Champions League format, the Club World Cup, it's just going to kill players. Look at
100%.
someone like Pedri. Pedri for Barcelona,
He
Spain.
played so many games.
He played like 80 games in a year,
You see that photo
and
of
then
him?
got
Oh,
injured.
yeah.
Mate, he was 18. He went
Yeah.
to he went to the Euros and the Olympics at the
Yeah.
same
Yes,
time.
yeah.
Then played a whole season with Man City. Oh, it was
No, with
ridiculous.
Barcelona.
Barcelona, sorry.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Should we see our FPLs looking?
Yeah,
before
let's
we wrap it up?
Oh,
let's
mate, I
give
haven't
that
looked
a
at it
look.
for a week.
But no, in all honesty, yeah, that photo of Pedri, it looks like the life has been sucked out of
Oh,
him.
you feel bad for him.
Yeah,
man. It's
oh my
ridiculous.
gosh.
You feel completely bad for him.
I mean, he played like, yeah, as you said, played like 80 games in the space of a calendar year or so. It's just, it's not sustainable at all. But
Do you not have the app?
no, so a couple of years ago when I tried to log on the app, for some reason it just locked me out, and ever since I've not been able to get back in on the app. So I've had to use the Google.
Strange.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've not tried it in a while, so. But you know, a couple of years, I just thought, well, I'll just get it on Google.
Yeah,
Just do it that
Fair
way.
enough.
A little bit more easier. But any big changes for your teams this week?
Well, obviously I wildcarded.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't speak about this in the last gold show, but that one had a bit of a couple of technical issues.
Yeah, audio issue.
Isaac did in that podcast join the league finally to
Yeah.
make it 55
Right.
people in the league. You can still join, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, good amount of people.
What's the code again?
I can't remember.
You know,
Oh, gotta get up
if,
here.
if you're on the app, if you're not on the app, I'm pretty sure you can share it.
Let me have a look. Let me see. Anyway, keep talking whilst I'm.
So we got Thomas Brownson. I don't know who that is. Does anyone know Thomas Brownson?
No,
Right.
I do not.
Okay, cool.
Top of the league on 248 points
I'm nowhere near
total. I'm on 163
that. Mate, I'm
after 3 weeks.
right.
Oh, it's poor.
I am not anywhere near. I keep forgetting. I'm 147. I keep forgetting to change my team.
Let's go on WhatsApp.
I think the main thing for me is I've had to take out Kepa because he's injured.
Who?
Then I've got Palmer and Odegaard that both probably unlikely to play.
No, I think Palmer's not injured.
Fair enough.
I think he's supposed to be protected.
Fair enough. Odegaard realistically probably won't play, or at least might come off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nuri, I think, also picked up an injury.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking to either Vardy or Cunha at the moment, which I'm not very. Vardy's got Palace and Cunha's got Newcastle, so realistically, this is not a good week for me.
No, Palace is
I'm just
not good.
hoping Salah against Forest will do something.
Yeah,
Because
fair.
that's kind of
I did make some changes
Yeah.
from when I obviously did the last gold show.
Mhm.
Did a couple of thinking, and I realised, so what did I had? I had Onana in midfield, and
Right,
then I had
Villa. Yeah.
for Villa, and then I had obviously with Luis Diaz as Ian Palmer. And basically, I kind of had 3 premium defenders,
Yeah.
so I've kind of gone for 2.5.
Okay.
So I sold Pedro Porro
Yeah.
because Spurs are conceding goals.
Yeah. Well, they always do.
I think they probably will.
Terrible
Anyway,
defensive
yeah.
record.
I brought in Robinson.
Oh right, yeah. Fulham.
Robinson from Fulham.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I got a little funny feeling. I don't know.
Who's Fulham got?
Fulham have got West Ham, who've not started the season well.
Right.
Ooh.
And then they've
Yeah.
got Newcastle, and then they've got Forest.
Right. Okay.
So not a bad
Realistically.
3 games. And obviously that freed up a bit of cash.
Yeah.
So sold Onana, brought in Rodgers.
Right. Yeah.
It's just probably more likely to bring in some more points because he's more attacking.
Yeah.
He also looked really good.
Yeah.
And then I brought in Smith Rowe for that Everton guy. That was just a throwaway guy, just so that I can a bit of rotation.
Right.
I
Okay. Yeah.
think Smith Rowe's a good shout because he's
But
going to
it's-
consistently start.
Basically, what I can do is have Rodgers and Smith Rowe rotating, and whoever has the better fixtures.
Yeah.
You play.
And then
Yeah.
I still have Luis Diaz, Eze, and Palmer.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
bad midfield
mate.
at
With,
all.
obviously
Good
with Pedro, João Pedro, Havertz, and Haaland up top.
Nice.
That's a ridiculous front
So
three.
not a bad
that
front
front
three.
three is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, I found the code.
Go on then.
So the code is FN2T9G. So
Oh,
that is the code. So yeah.
Have you joined Lily?
No.
that's
Oh.
you downloaded it last
That's
week.
You don't have
disappointing.
it?
You downloaded it last week, no? Oh, don't think. Oh,
But yeah, so we got 55, is it? Is it 55?
55, yeah.
55 people in the league going strong.
And
that's
if you
good.
win the league, you get drinks on us and a guest spot on the podcast.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Considering we had 4 people try and be guests on the podcast
I
today.
know.
Goodness, yeah. Well, yeah. I'll speak to you guys about that.
Oh,
afterwards, 'cause I think someone's
gosh.
coming soon. So.
Oh, okay. Let's hurry up then.
Yeah.
But Lloyd, have you done
Have I-
anything to your team? What's your team looking?
I haven't really done anything at the moment. I mean, Esri Konsa got injured last night, so that's great. I was planning to transfer
These
out.
internationals have screwed us over.
Yeah, I was planning to transfer out Gibbs White, but now it's either I put on Faz from Leicester and transfer Gibbs White out, or I transfer Konsa out and get someone else in. But I'm kind of thinking, well, if I get Gibbs White out and I put Matoma in, I think that's going to get me a few more points. So I'm leaning more towards starting Leicester City centre back. At the minute.
Who have they got? Who have they got?
I think they've got
Palace.
Crystal Palace.
You
and
just-
Palace.
Oh, you
yeah.
said earlier.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course, of course.
Crystal Palace.
Mate, I'm so tired. I'm knackered.
But yeah, but I don't think I'm too far off the top at the minute.
I wish. I'm close to the bottom, like now. I'm 47.
You're lower than me.
Yes. I'm on 147, so I'm yeah.
Damn.
Do you know what it is, right? I just keep forgetting to change the teams, and then suddenly have to do it.
That's such a
You're
relatable
49th,
thing.
bro.
I think for a lot of people.
That's even worse. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. Like I completely forget to change it, and I'll see like
Yeah.
a message being like, "You've got to change it." I'm like,
Well,
"Let's
that's
change it."
that's why so many people end up quitting and stuff like that early
Trust
on.
me, I don't know
because
if I'm
they
going to
forget,
continue.
yeah, they forget to change their team, and then they're like, "Oh, well, I'm so far behind anyway. What's the point of even continuing?"
Yeah.
So by the end of the year, you'll be thinking, "Oh, why is 25% of people got Aubameyang or something? He's transferred to Barcelona." It's because all the players are
Yeah.
inactive. They don't play the
Yeah.
game.
No, realistically, that's probably going to end up happening
That's
to me.
what. No, that's what this show's for. So you're gonna have to
Yes.
keep up on it.
Yeah, so you don't forget to change your FPL
I'm
teams.
starting to do the Eredivisie one as well. 'Cause
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got some guys from there, and we're only starting from this week onwards. So I've got 2 to think about now. So my brain's going to be absolutely
But
chaos.
yeah, no, the only thing I am a little bit worried about now with FPL is that we're getting into the Champions League weeks, so I think
God.
players are going to be hooked a little bit earlier. So you might,
Yeah.
like,
And knackered as well.
yeah, exactly. In all honesty, like with Salah, it's like obviously we got Chiesa now,
Yeah.
so it's making me think, well, is he going to play 60 minutes and then get subbed off or something?
I think that's
Things
the thing
like
you've
that.
now got to look at. Would Salah be preferred in the Champions League
Yeah.
over the Premier League?
Yeah.
If he is, then you might take
I think it depends on the
Chiesa
game,
instead.
won't it?
Yeah,
It depends
Yeah,
on
of
what's towards
course.
the game.
yeah.
I think
Depends on the fixture list because
Yeah.
as you said, it's an absolute joke. They're playing like 2 games a week throughout
literally.
the whole of
Yeah.
this year.
And it's rough. You know, Arsenal, for example, have picked up injuries. They've got Tottenham away,
Yeah.
then and then Atalanta away,
Yeah.
and then Man City away. That's ridiculous. So yeah, good.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, you look at their midfield options as well. What is it now? Jorginho,
Jorginho,
Partey.
Partey, Timber can go there.
Yeah,
Then Waneri.
yeah,
Then
He might even go Kai Havertz in midfield. As much as you know, that's probably not the best.
Skelly could play as well, one of the academy guys.
Yeah.
That's genuinely how it's getting. You know,
it's getting to the point like that.
If you think about it, right, Arsenal had Smith Rowe would have played there.
Yeah.
Vieira would have played there. Has gone to Porto.
Mm-hmm.
They sold Lokonga.
Yeah.
El Neni was gone on a free.
Yeah.
That's 4 players who could have played in that position.
Yeah.
That were
not great players, but
no, but
still someone.
For example,
yeah, better than no one.
Smith Rowe, still Premier League quality, can be an attacking player. Vieira wanted an attacking. El Neni was a good DM.
Yeah.
And it's like, as I said, away to Tottenham, away to Atalanta, and away to Man City. You've got, Atalanta are probably one of the best attacking teams in the world.
Yeah.
You've got away to Man City, which is just difficult. And then Tottenham, I think Arsenal probably win that, but it's the North London derby, so anything
you
can
never
happen.
know,
You know what I mean? So
the fact it's on like 2 o'clock in the afternoon as well. It's not on. They don't do the 4:30s anymore because of all the trouble. Like, come on, guys, just enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
it's better than Ajax. We don't even have a game. We've had like 3 games suspended, mate.
Let's save that for the pub.
We could do that. Yeah. Okay. So, thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, go check out all of our socials as well, and we will see you next week when we actually have some Premier League football back.
Woo!
See you then.
Cheers.